مرحبا، يعطيكم العافية. كيف الحال؟ شو أخباركم؟ تمام إن شاء الله. Now today I don't need your understanding. I need your knowledge. We need to add something to your knowledge, not understanding. Okay? Because I'm preparing something for our next lesson, and this video is a must to know what is in this video. To know it, we have to know the name of the things. Okay, those things, you should take them in grade 7 and 8, the name of the things. So I'm going to explain something. Now, if we have a circle, that's a circle which is called circumference, the blue line called circumference, and you should know this. This is the name of the blue line called circumference. As I told you, this video is for knowing the name of the things. I have to be sure about this. Now, if we have this point O, that's called a point. O is a point, which is the center of the circle. So O is the center of the circle, and this blue line is the circumference of the circle, okay? Now, if we draw this line segment, اسمها line segment AB, line segment. Why is that? Because it's a part of a straight line. What is a line? A line which is going forever in two ways. That's called a line. But piece of a line means line segment. So this is a line segment. This is a line segment AB, AO, which is a radius inside the circle. And if I draw another line, OB, let's say, the line OB, the line segment OB is also a radius. Now we have two radii. انتبهوا على الكلمات. هذا الفيديو to know the meaning, the name of the things, not to understand. Okay, so we can go on with the chapter with this topic, which is circle theorems. Now those are radii, called radii. الجمع تبع radius is radii. So radii are and are, those are. Now 3 points, they are forming an angle. Now, what is an angle? An angle consists of two legs. Any angle, that's leg, and that's another leg, and that's called an angle. And this point is a vertex. A vertex. So any angle has two legs. For example, this angle XYZ, it's named as XYZ, XYZ. The vertex of the angle should be in the middle. So when I say, what is this angle? You may tell me the angle AOB, that's a minor angle. And AOB, that's a major angle. Okay? منتبهين على الحكي؟ Okay. So that's a minor angle, that's a major angle. Okay, now this angle, as the vertex lies on the center, we name it as central angle. So the angle AOB is a central angle, and the arc opposite to this angle is the arc AB. So this central angle has arc AB, and we denote by this. OB is a line segment. OA is a line segment. OB is a line segment. This angle is a central angle. Okay, do you remember the sector lesson? That's called a sector. This is a sector. So I don't care about sectors now, we care about circle theorems. Okay, if I draw another line, which is starting from here to there. That line is, let's say, D. So AD is a line segment, and it's not a radius, it's a chord. If you remember, AD is a chord, which does not pass through the center. If it passes through the center, we say it's a diameter. Do you remember the lesson with sectors? And if I draw another chord, DB, that's another chord. Now we can see that we have an angle. This is the first leg, this is the second leg, and this is the vertex. And the vertex of this angle lies on the circumference. So the angle, this angle is the central, which is angle AOB, and the angle ADB is called circumference angle. That's a circumference angle, and it has the same arc AB. legs هم اللي بيرسموا الارك. شوفوا the first leg starts from A, the second leg ends with B. So this is the arc which is opposite to the central angle, to the circumference angle, sorry. So any two angles, circumference and central, they have the same arc. So what is the relationship between them? The central is double the circumference. Means if this is 80, this will be 40. The central is double the circumference, or the circumference is half of the central. We should know the name of the things. And this was your first theorem in circle theorems. We have 4 theorems. Okay, so we should know the name of the things. It's important. And I will ask you about it very strictly. Otherwise, we will not be able to solve questions. Now, this is number 1. Number 2, the second theorem is, if we have a circle and if we have a circumference angle, that's a circumference angle. Oh, sorry. That's a circumference angle. Let me name it A, B, and C. The circumference angle lies, the vertex lies on the circumference, has 2 legs. This is the first leg, this is the second leg, and has an arc AC. Now, if I have another angle, circumference angle, and let's say that's the point D, that's a circumference angle. If you notice, both circumference angles has the same arc, AC. So any 2 circumference angles lies on the same arc, they are equal. Yani angle ABC equals to angle AD and C. Any 2 circumference angles lies on the circumference of the circle. That's why they are circumference angle. If they were having the same arc, so they are equal. Now this is number 2. We have to know the name of the things. Number 3. If we have this circle, and if I draw a quadrilateral, inside that circle, quadrilateral geometrical shape with 4 sides, random quadrilateral, in fact, random inside the circle. And if you notice, the 4 vertices, vertex, mufrad, vertices, jama, vertices. The 4 vertices lies on the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have another circle, and if I have another quadrilateral, that's another quadrilateral. Let's say X, Y, Z, M, for example. Now the difference between those 2 quadrilaterals, as you can see, the 4 vertices for the first one lies on the circle. The second is not. One of them is outside the circle, or it could be inside the circle. Now this quadrilateral is called cyclic quadrilateral. This one is not, it's simply quadrilateral. Now cyclic quadrilateral when the 4 vertices lies on the circle. Now the relationship between them, every 2 angles opposite, they add up to 180. Those 2 angles, they add up to 180. Those 2 angles add up to 180, means we are in front of 360 degrees. Every quadrilateral 360. Every only quadrilateral, كل quadrilaterals, they add up to 360. Like in the property of the special property of cyclic quadrilaterals is any 2 angles opposite to each other, they add up to 180. And those 2, they add up to 180. Both 180s means 360. هاي البروبرتي تبعتها. هذا اسمه cyclic quadrilateral. Okay? Now, the 4th. I will talk, that was number 3, which is in the previous page. That was number 3. Number 1 was the relationship between the central circumference. Number 2 was the relationship between circumference and circumference lies on the same arc. And number 3 was cyclic quadrilateral. Number 4 is called tangent angle. Knowing the name of the things is important. And what is tangent angle? If I have a circle, and if we draw a tangent to that circle, for example, tangent, it's a tangent, which is a line touch the circle at one point, tangent. Okay, that's a tangent, which is a line touch the circle at one point. That's called tangent. This is called circle. Got the point, people? Okay. If we draw a chord from the point of tangency to anywhere in the circle, chord. Chord is a line cuts the circle at 2 points. That's a chord. And let me give names. Now, if this is A and B and point C, now this is called tangent angle. Tangent angle is the angle between the tangent and the chord inside. The tangent outside the circle, the chord inside the circle. هاي بنسميها tangent angle. So the tangent angle over here is either BAC, as you know, the vertex should be in the middle, or we may name it angle CAB. Anyway, the A is in the middle because it is the vertex of the tangent angle. Tamam, up to now, umurna tamam. It's only name of the things. And if we draw a circumference angle on that chord of the tangent angle, that's a circumference angle. Let me name it D. That is a circumference angle because the vertex lies on the circumference. عيدوا هذا الفيديو 10 مرات. When you know the name of the things, you are perfect. Okay. Now this is a circumference angle drawn in the chord of the tangent angle. So this circumference angle, the result is this circumference angle is equal to this tangent angle. If this is 80, this should be 80. If this is 60, this should be 60, and so on. So those are the 4 theorems of the circle theorems. Knowing the name of the things gives you a lot of informations. You can deal with any question, and I will show you questions from the past paper talking about this. I hope everyone listen to this video. You should repeat this video 1, 2, 3 times until you know the name of the things. Then in this lesson will be very easy to solve any question. Okay, thank you very much.